Hello, my lovely library lions. I thought I would try something a little bit different with the unboxing today. It's almost like ASMR. I wanted to put more focus on what is actually inside the OwlCrate, so I wanted to get a closer view of that with the camera. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be just unboxing. This is the January 2021 OwlCrate, so from Olympus with love, and let's get started. So we have the postcard here this month. It is obviously Greek myth inspired, which is beautiful. I always love the art on the postcards here. It looks like she is part snake, and she is maybe Medusa, which I think is a hint at what the book will be this month. I have a pretty good idea of what it is, but we'll see if I'm right. So the first item we have here in this OwlCrate is a tea. So this is Nectar of the Gods. I was really hoping for a tea this month, or a coffee, anything like that. I love sort of usable, disposable items from my OwlCrate. So this tea is decaf Ceylon tea with some peach flavor and peach pieces. I don't love that it's decaf. I do tend to like caffeinated teas a little more, but it is what it is. I will probably drink it and enjoy it, and I'm glad they thought to at least include a tea in here, even if it's just sort of generally God-themed and not specifically God-themed. I would have loved a Hades pomegranate tea or something like that, but I am really excited that we got a tea at all, and Riddle's Tea Shop always makes really good product, so I'm very excited for that. The next item we have this month is a fabric item. I'm not a big fan of fabric items, but I will open it up to show it to you. So, even just looking at it folded, it's clearly a Moonphase calendar. So we have the phases of the moon, and this is obviously for 2021, so it's fabric, but it's only good for about a year. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but we have, I think this is Artemis and Athena on either side of the tapestry here. So they're quite beautiful. It's a nice looking tapestry. I can see what OwlCrate was going for here. I just don't see a use to it. I do like that it notes all the full moons in gold here. I do like to keep track of the full moons just for fun, but we've already had our January full moon on the 28th. I think the January full moon is called the Wolf Moon, so that was nice, but I don't really see what I'm going to be doing with this. I don't see a purpose for it. It is a fabric Moonphase calendar. It's quite lovely, but I don't really like fabric items. They just get covered in cat hair where I live because I have a cat. So I'll probably just tuck that up and put it back away. So the Moonphase banner was designed by Eden Cook. Again, really nice, but I don't really have a purpose for it. The next item we have here is another fabric item. So it's this beautiful gold foil pin banner. I don't display my pins like this. I don't display them on a pin banner. I prefer a cork board. There's already a little bit of thread coming loose here and there on it, but it is a lovely design. I love the olive branches in gold. I wish it would have been more themed on a specific Greek god or goddess instead of just, again, a general sort of idea. I don't even know that without being told that these are olive branches, if I would know that they were olive branches. So again, it's just a very general sort of themed idea. So the olive branch pin banner is by Michelle Gray. So it's just to collect our enamel pin collections. Again, OwlCrate provides us with a pin every month, and the idea is that you would display them between these olive branches. It would only keep about a year's worth of pins, I imagine, which is why they give it to you in January, so you can display your 2021 pins on it. But I'm not a huge fan of these because I don't really have anything to do with it. It's nice though. It's a nice item, even if I won't personally use it. The next item we have is, I believe, a Woodmark. So there we go. It is a beautiful Woodmark. It's got some gold here, and it says, "There are rare moments when another soul dips near yours, as stars once a year brush the earth. Such a constellation was he to me." So that's beautiful. And it does have a reverse side that says, "I would know him in death at the end of the world." So we have that. It has little gold flecks there, and there's some veins done in gold. A little pomegranate. So this is quite a lovely Woodmark. I don't really love getting bookmarks, but this is one of the nicer ones we've ever gotten. So I will probably use this in my reading. And I think this is inspired by... Okay, so it is inspired by The Song of Achilles and Circe by Madeline Miller, and it was designed by In the Reeds, so that was our spoiler last month, was that In the Reeds would be including something. So we did end up getting a nice Woodmark from them. The big item this month is designed by Team OwlCrate, and it came in this big box here. So let's see what's inside. So it's all packaged up, but you can see that we've got some letters here, and then we even have some little emojis and some symbols, some numbers, and then we have this little letterboard here. So you see some YouTubers with these in their backdrops. They're quite popular in the book community. You can write anything you want on this board with the letters that they've provided for you. So you do have to do some assembly. You have to take apart the letters there, and you have to put them all into the pouch they've provided. So they have provided a pouch for putting the letters in, which is this cute little Hermes themed pouch, just for storing your pinboard letters when you are not using them. So this one is very obviously Greek mythology themed. It has a god on it, which is nice. I like the theming. I also think that this is one of the more useful items they've included. I like the idea of having a little pin board to write things on. I will probably use it. I'm very happy with this item in particular from this box. I'm glad that they chose to include it. So you can already see the corner of the book, but we're going to start with the pin that was inspired by it. So the pin this month was designed by Icey Designs. Again, OwlCrate is doing just Icey Designs pins for all of 2021. So Icey Designs is going to be doing all the pins for 2021. And this one is actually quite beautiful. So I don't know how well you can see it there, but it is a very nice pin to start off with. I have high hopes for the rest of her work. So it says, "The eyes of the gods are upon you," in a little heart surrounded by very Greek feeling sort of design along the edges there of the pin. I do like it. I don't usually like big round pins, but this is a very nice looking one. It's got very sort of delicate details, so I really do enjoy this pin. The book this month is Lore, so it is quite a beautiful cover. I don't know that I like this cover better than the original cover. I think the white in the background gave it a very distinctive look, and it was quite a nice spine on the original one. I don't know how I feel that OwlCrate did a darker version of it, but it is still a lovely cover. It is a very beautiful cover. Let's see if there's anything inside of it. So, ooh, we've got a beautiful map here. That's stunning. And no design on the interior of the book, but we do have this nice map. So it seems like the only special feature is that this month's OwlCrate has the black backing instead of the white. So not ideal, but it is still a very nice book. We have our author's letter here, which I'll read. "Dear reader, rest easy. You haven't opened Pandora's box, just your OwlCrate delivery. I owe my love of Greek mythology to my mom, who used the stories as a way to introduce our Greek heritage to me. I'd always hoped to one day write a book rooted in it. I just had to wait for the muses to do their thing. Then, about 2 years ago, lore sprang from my head fully formed, not unlike how Athena herself sprang from the head of Zeus. Rather than a retelling, lore is a kind of modern myth, one that sets the mythology's tragic darkness and high stakes in our modern world, and comes at it from a feminist angle. The gods in this book are terrifying creatures, but so are their hunters, and they're all bound together by blood and fate. While this story explores the shadows of our souls, it's really a story of hope, surviving the labyrinth of trauma, and the unconquerable spirit that lives in all of us. I'm so excited to share this story with you, and I hope Lore and her friends come to live in your heart in the way they do in mine." So this is by Alexandra Bracken, so it's not a debut. She's quite a popular writer, though I've never read any of her works. I'm very excited to see what she does with Lore, and I'll just take a peek inside and read out the description of the book to you. Every 7 years, the Aegon begins. As punishment for past rebellion, 9 Greek gods are forced to walk the earth as mortals. They are hunted by descendants of ancient bloodlines, all eager to kill a god and seize their divine power and immortality. Long ago, Lore Perseus fled that brutal world, turning her back on the hunt's promises of eternal glory after her family was murdered by a rival line. For years, she's pushed away any thought of revenge against the man, now a god, responsible for their deaths. Yet as the next hunt dawns over New York City, 2 participants seek her out: Castor, a childhood friend of Lore, believed to be dead, and Athena, one of the last original gods, now gravely wounded. The goddess offers Lore an alliance against their mutual enemy, and a way to leave the Aegon behind forever. But Lore's decision to join the hunt, binding her fate to Athena's, will come at a deadly cost, and it may not be enough to stop the rise of a new god with the power to bring humanity to its knees. So that does sound like it's going to be a very interesting read. I'll probably read it in spring, probably around March, after I get through my February TBR that I have set up for myself. I'm very excited to read this. This was one of my anticipated releases for 2021, and I'm glad that OwlCrate included it because I was really hoping that they would. Our spoilers for next month is that next month's theme is Magic Unleashed, and we will be receiving a book tin designed by Forensics and Flowers. So if you're not a fan of OwlCrate on Facebook or Instagram or anything, they have announced that they're doing a new collectible, and it's going to be 3 book tins inspired by Victoria Schwab's, or V.E. Schwab, as she is on those, A Darker Shade of Magic series. So there's going to be 3, each of them inspired by London, Red London, White London, and Grey London, I believe. So they're going to be doing 3 book tins. They're going to be quite lovely, I hope. I always love the book tins. I haven't read a lot of the Darker Shade of Magic series, just the first book, but I am still excited for them. Although I will say that I am a little upset that they're starting a new collectible when they haven't finished the Harry Potter mug collection. I know there was controversy about J.K. Rowling's opinions that she had and decided that she had to voice on Twitter for some reason. And obviously I don't agree with those, but I do still really want the completion of the Harry Potter mug collection. I've been collecting them since I started subscribing to OwlCrate, and I have all the ones that have come out, so I'm just missing 2, which is the Philosopher's Stone and the Deathly Hallows. So I hope OwlCrate, if they don't include them in their boxes, at least decides to complete them and sell them on their site. It'd be a shame to not complete the full 7 mug set when we've been waiting so long for them. So that was January 2021's OwlCrate from Olympus with Love. It was a great OwlCrate to unbox. I'm very happy that I got it. It's a little better than past OwlCrates have been recently, a little more exciting, but it still isn't quite to the level that I would hope OwlCrate would be at. It's not the level I remember them being at when I started getting it, but I am hoping that they will, continue to get better and continue to up their curation so that the items are more useful and fun for everyone involved. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer this form of unboxing or the one that I did for the December OwlCrate for 2020. I think this one gives you a better view of the items, and that's really what this is all about. Have a lovely day, and I hope that you guys enjoyed my unboxing. Take care.